Alright, Liquid on defense, Apex on attack. Four of them.
It's Apex who start things off flying. It's Batu.
Okay, what's a good amount of damage done?
Patty gone. Those flashes as well.
They went for the 4 sheriffs.
Fighting this one forward, really pushing the
Oh,
envelope.
dude, that's an early Omen flash. I'm not sure about that Omen flash.
While the setup is currently on B.
Yeah, that's a really big loss in the paranoia, considering you don't have a lot of
it didn't make any sense.
Kiko, though, goes searching and can't quite find what he's looking for. Apex need to be careful
Back
in
down
terms
to
of the health
19.
count
There's a
on
lot
all
of body
players.
shots here. It's potential. Trex Recon. Trex Recon on his own, he has a trip to play with.
On the other side of the map.
That's the question. Was Apex collect top 5 outside of B?
I mean, the placement of the trap as well isn't too close to the wall, so they might not hear it buzzing beyond.
He's asking for smoke.
Utility now being shown, and back to doing a short TP onto
He asked for smoke, but it didn't happen.
Trying to find Trex is the first one caught is Penny.
Bro, he's in trouble.
Now the players know exactly where the remaining
Yeah, he's really in trouble. A lot of low HPs. Dude, why was the smoke so late? Did he only buy 1 smoke? Oh, he only has Sheriff, of course. That's why. He has no extra smoke. You have to wait for ages for it to come back.
The biggest advantage to Team Liquid here, and the fact that they have 3 Sheriffs.
And 3 targets within striking distance of just 1 bullet to the chest. Liquid may even look to try and wipe some off the board here.
It's all about how Apex play off of one another. As the players slowly make their way through, Team Liquid begin to dismember.
They look at the HPs, man.
On the site, dismantle the hold that Apex had. Only 1 player remaining. And
Damn, dude, the Sheriff's really cleaned up here, man. Everyone was so low they just needed some body shots.
They wash Apex away.
Just needed some body shots.
The cleanup crew arrives and it's instant. The retake.
More
really strong fundamentals.
more sheriffs.
That's something you have to be testing here. With it being
does mean the win.
Another revision of this Apex lineup from year to year, the challenges that they've had. And the player on your screens is at the forefront of it, Kiko. His role change coming out of being a duelist for Apex in 2023, signed on to Liquid for 24, and in 25 he looks like one of the best in this region.
And not only just this region, I'd go as far to say
Wait, that was a good replay, man. Okay, it forced him down to an eco and a little bit of a low buy.
Every single time he doesn't look out of place.
Well, it's good info. They still don't know what 1 is. It's not like they can push. They got a trip for the TP of a Yoru, the most common one.
Team Liquid's the opposite way. I think it has to be Batu. We've got to be looking at this Yoru. Like Billy said, that debut on Pearl, it was an absolute
Jet still the best duelist for this comp? This?
In this round, they are being diligent. It's another orb picked up. Starting to move closer to that dimensional
sure.
drift. Now onto the A site.
Yeah.
The Skunk is still sat on Molesy though, and he
If
is quite a way
if you
away.
change this to a Vice, then no.
Yeah, he's
but
taking his time. I thought for a minute Apex
with a
might
Cypher
try and do a
shot.
4-player fake towards A, the old classic, and get the spike onto the
Well,
side.
it's like, yeah, you rush B, I go A. The pistol.
Hello, Keeper. How we done?
Yeah, it's the classic. But
it is all classics here.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, everyone on Apex is going to be heading in towards B, and you look towards Patty and the Spectre in hand, you're expecting this to be a
Could be a big shock here.
It's a 5 versus 2 though, and Trex playing.
Just got his recon back up as well. These guys might get farmed. Who gets all the kills?
Let's see how scary this can get.
Oh, hold up.
I don't know if it'll be that scary as well. Patty's able to get 1. It's all about Trex's Sheriff though, as we know how good he can be. And
Damn,
he
bro.
is
He had
showing
2
us
bullets.
some
Chef
gold
double body
standard
shot on this.
right now, as he continues to find more and more. That's probably
Okay, it's a great start for Trex as well.
Apex on an eco round, getting rid of 2 of those buys, but remember you've got to be thinking of the upgrades that are like the remaining weapons on the floor.
Yeah, the individuals on Liquid's definitely something to think about, and one of them, of course, Kiko. We already highlighted it a little bit. If his career were to end, you know, in the next few days, which God forbid we hope it doesn't, one of his biggest regrets would be that 2023
We're waiting in game
Ascension
because his
Grand
game
Final,
crashed and he's
but
here in
the
Twitch
way
chat.
that he so
Then Keeper.
quickly found
But his
comfort
game
on
might be
the
loading
stage
still. I
after
think that's
that
valid.
first
I
year
think he's
to
okay
really
for a little
bed
bit.
in with Liquid, and now kept on as someone who is, you know, always has such a strong mentality to really be learning and improving. That's why he's been able
Move
to
my
pick up
camera.
the role so successfully.
Too high up.
It's time to lock in because this will be Apex's first full buy to go up against what is Team
Dude, where's the
Liquid's
slug?
bonus round, but you could be mistaken for it. with the buy that they have. And Team Liquid, they hold on to A main successfully. No contest there.
You would have seen the stat flown as well just before the round started.
Okay.
Liquid win today, and it's a playoffs lock. So strong
Okay,
start
big buy
for
rounds.
Ascent
Go
is just
clone.
imperative for
It's a
them
good
as
clone
it is
lineup.
Apex.
We got a.
VCT lives. Camo finding the first
We're forcing up short with the double duelist. Our spikes over towards spawn. Our Sova's walking middle.
Up behind, tagged by the cam and pushed out behind the smoke, hasn't gained any ground.
Yeah, but look at Mosey. He has, and on the top back of that, Olizera has
Big
B
Joe.
main. That's a big 1 versus 1, and Mosey's going to win it out. That creates a real problem for Team
But
Liquid
guys,
here.
the
They
spikes
lose
at
all of
spawn.
the pressure in B main in the process. Patty hitting
Damn,
a big shot,
Malsey.
but Malsey hasn't stopped. Second for the captain now. And Apex starting to shift their focus. It's back to the A side.
Dude, it's a 1v1 with a spike.
Okay, with a
Holy
that's
hell.
massive. And it's even better.
I mean,
It's
I've overwon the
Apex getting
1v1 with a
next
spike. What
It's
more
up to
can you say?
Patitech, who is already making his way to the B side.
This
He's
was
here
not a
early.
convincing round from
Now
Apex.
revealed by the drone. All chances starting to
That
fade.
had
Penny on
that
the
had
spam.
so
And Apex on the board.
many chances of
It got
going
a little
wrong.
bit messy, but Malsey ever consistent. This has been one of the best stages that we've seen from him in VCT so far, and it's coming at just the right time.
Thoughts on Envy's
And I
Corrode
think as
comp?
well,
Brim,
when we
Phoenix,
saw
Fade,
Apex
Yoru,
coming into
Cypher.
VCT this year,
I
there's
just
a big
don't see
question
how
mark
that could
on
win
firepower
long
and
term,
what they
but
were gonna be
maybe
able
they
to
got
bring
some cool stuff.
to this stage. I mean, obviously, the
I
results
just
haven't
can't
come,
think that you
but
would run a
some of the
Brim long
individual
term.
performances have.
They reshaped
It
again
would just
during
lose
the
on
downtime,
defense.
But like you say, it was not just the players that have come in, but the players that they lost. Kayak, of course.
They got 13-3'd.
Now on Fnatic looking
I mean, it should be
world-class,
good
and
for more than
Sulcus,
3
someone
rounds.
who I think Batu has done a
It's
good
not
job
that
at
bad.
filling in the shoes of. But here, it is all about Malsey's drone, and Camo pushed off the angle. A stalemate in B main.
Handshake, but Team Liquid will be the ones to hold on to that space and have re-cleared it.
Patty,
at
mate,
the
chill.
same time, as Apex go to clear through mid. Little
Good
bit
info,
of
though.
chip damage towards Patitech.
And that's also calling for the rotation
Minute-
as well.
minute
Apex
mark.
constantly have that
Still got the
threat
trip
that
deep
they can
middle.
burst into a site.
3-2.
Especially with Batu and Penny both
With the
having
Dude, they're
full
playing
utility belts. As soon as I say
they're
that,
playing
Camo
Cypher
has no
like
dash,
Navi
he has
used
no
to
way of
play.
getting out.
Batu's TP'd back here. He wants that orb really for the ult to enter sight, but Camo is diligent on the line, and Batu first to be shown.
Dude, kinda
the
comes
door.
down to Trex
Apex
again.
accelerating towards B.
Yeah, but Trex looking to try and challenge
got
the push,
wrecked,
the
bro.
execute doesn't work out. Olizera gets that. But look
Dude,
at
Nat
that,
sends
he
it
might
into
just
Sai
get
with
to
a
say-
cage.
But they have heard the
Oh,
steps.
it's a
Paranoia
lovely,
certainly caught
lovely
him.
Omen flash, but he did
Be
not panic
cautious.
at
Penny,
all.
nowhere for caution.
Did they just send it B? They should just send it B.
Collecting two, and now it's only Nat, so Apex will scurry.
Damn, there's a lot of
from
whiffs
his
right now.
sight.
What's going on here?
And just swinging at it, he can't quite land the shots. I mean, it's a late plant, but a secure one.
Yeah, and Nats, does he even want to try and go for this?
No.
We've got to be thinking about the next round and how this game develops.
10 seconds left.
And Apex go
Spike
2 for 2.
planted.
This is looking decent so far.
If you want to mention Apex and draw that golden thread of Heretics through the two teams again,
Yeah.
not only did Liquid lose to the same composition they're facing here, albeit an entirely different roster, Apex beat that same Heretics team in their first outing on Ascent. It was a Waylay experiment gone wrong, I think, if you want to,
Yeah.
you know, really correct
Yeah,
it.
I'm not.
and
I'm
caveat.
pretty
But
confident no one's
I'm
gonna
liking
hunt
what
him.
I'm seeing so far. I
Actually,
think in terms of the entries,
it's not too bad
Penny
for
has
Apex
looked a
at the
lot
moment.
better.
Last
I
round
think
wasn't
that's
too
something
convincing.
that
This one a
was
lot better.
missing from this team before,
Liquid
maybe, where
kinda
you
just
look at
missed some
Kiko and
shots.
Kayak in terms of player profiles, when they spent their time in challenges, they felt very autonomous, that they could lead the line and be very instinctive with their entries, whereas Penny felt like he was kind of leaning on the setup a lot of the time from the players around him in the first couple weeks, but this is already looking a lot better.
Yeah, and Penny will obviously know exactly what he needs to do to face up against Team Liquid, have played against them and Prax. And most interestingly, coming out of that last round, is we're going to be heading straight into a Team Liquid timeout.
Yeah, it's
I
nice
mean,
and early
he
for
played for
this.
Team Liquid as well, right? And these two
Did you see
organizations
Forsaken tweeted that he should
share an
finish his
office.
agent
And
pool?
this is-
Wait, what's he got
this
left?
is the Adlersoft derby, I suppose.
Gecko.
I don't really know how else to paint it, but
Gecko Clove.
Lohan immediate to invest the timeout, and you can understand why, because a few more
Gecko,
rounds like this
Clove,
where Liquid
Viper.
sort
Dude,
of
three
trying to
pretty
react to
easy
the
ones.
rotations, Apex have been able to manipulate them fairly well, but it's also a little bit chaotic on their own behalf.
Yeah, I think like that's the big thing. Just not getting the full grasp of how Apex are moving, right? Like 2 players caught in CT in that last round, a little bit disconnected.
Yeah,
maybe
they can slot that. They can slot
Maybe
probably
just
all
a little
3
bit
on majority of
complacent
maps.
is what that would use.
Gecko on binds, and they could use a
Danny,
Gecko on Icebox as well if they wanted.
Maybe reflect it in the
And then
60-second break, but he's in
Clove.
high spirits today. We sort of managed to catch him
Could.
around the arena.
I mean, Clove
9
they'll just play on a
straight
random
losses
map.
in a row, 11 in all competitions.
Clove they'll
in
just
VCT.
accept, man.
Apex need to knock
They'll
that
just bring
first
it out
win,
on a game
and
that they know they're going to
looking
win.
at it here, yeah, it wasn't that long ago that we saw Penny with the Liquid squad in Toronto. Another fun stat about that as well.
Okay,
he is
Hero
the player
Bucky.
with the longest vacancy in between 2 international appearances since he debuted with V1 back in Reykjavik 2021.
That's crazy. Back to mid we go, back to mid we look once again. Apex being given this for completely free. Team Liquid not really challenging this, more playing for the extremities. And look at Camo and how far.
Okay, if Camo gets a kill, he gets his knives. That's like the only real thing on
rounds
this.
like this as well, which were the undoing
That might
of
go
Apex
wrong
at
for
times,
Apex.
the ones that you expect to win, especially when you're coming into this fresh off of a timeout. You can see they're giving a lot of respect to Liquid, but there gets to a stage in the round where you need to then start taking some space, not leaving it too late and having things be how they were in the last couple.
And this is where last week would have been the learning experience that we saw Danny speaking about in that interview early on with Billy. Just the fact that, listen, we should have won certain rounds, we should have won that series, but...
Okay, 50
you know
seconds.
what? Now
50
towards
seconds.
next week, we've had
They've
the
droned
learning
A main.
experience, we've made their adjustments,
You
and that's where
guys
the
gotta
scrims
start
would have
making a
been
call right
focused.
now. Okay, fake pressure B into A.
Paranoia just to clear
Random
short
omen
there,
flash
as
on
Oliveira
short.
has to be careful, has
With a
broken the
re
cam in
not
B
even
main,
with a recon.
keeping the attention of Team Liquid as it's a slight swap.
I mean, they have picked the right site in terms of
distribution
guns.
The players, Patty trying to fight
I
into
got
the
spotted,
smoke.
right?
Kiko should have flashed up on the radar here. It doesn't look like he's been spotted. The Sheriff gets to work, but only shoots down 1.
Still Nat's close by, he was playing around the smoke, and that is the one rifle that
Yeah,
Team
Nat,
Liquid
I mean,
have.
that's...
Ooh. Wait,
10 seconds? Oh, they could definitely send it.
So
overall, oh god, they're actually really going for it. Damn, we had to tank it.
Does go in, but there's problems on site. It's Camo's blades which have finally been sheathed, but Nats has already found his way out into the open. Try into the crossfire. Ollie has the first, but Nats will be looking to dice up the angles with the cage in
7
front.
bullets.
This is his chance.
Kind of gave him a...
The
Ooh,
first,
man,
but Ollie
that
is
cage was
there.
really rough there.
Safe pair of hands.
Dude, that was a close
Keep
eco.
Apex.
That's a close eco. I will say, Apex will probably take it
And
though.
as well
2
as
ults
that,
out of them.
Big investment for the Hunter's Fury to be used from Team Liquid.
The cage there, yeah, they should probably just hold the crossfire and just swing off contact.
I mean, early on, Patty Tech
It kinda isolated the 1v1.
of walking into the smoke, the timing not walking out. Liquid's utility absolutely spot on, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, and Trex
The
on scan again.
gunfights didn't go their way.
Roles a conversation on
Look
both
nice.
sides, really, to be had, and one of them is Olazera. We only saw his Cypher for the first time.
Get out of my way.
The final map the other day.
Yeah, insane
Looked
amounts
so
of
much
money
better on it.
for
Already
Apex.
you can see here.
Your
Reaper
old
Belt
split.
continuing to build stage confidence as
trip.
Apex with their full house of ults.
Oh,
Look to make a combo play of their own with the
Whoa.
Hunter's Fury. Camo's lived it, but only
I mean,
momentarily.
Penny's absolutely centered
Getting the
though.
scene with a burst of
And they
blades.
dodged the
And
trips.
the
1
B-side
kill trip.
carved
Oh, I was going to say
open,
they
but
dodged
just
the
for a
trips.
moment, not
And then he
if
gets
Nats had
one. He's
anything
going
to
for
say
another
about
with the
it.
camera as
Still
well.
utility spot on. Nats can't quite get
Didn't
the
break the
spam.
camera
That's
as well, so he will get info at
3
1
ults
point for the
invested
retake.
by Apex in this
Could
round.
give him
As
info
the
to
spike
flash.
goes down,
Dude, they got
Team
so much
Liquid are close
util.
by to flood back in.
It's 4. Penny has the blades as well.
They might
There's
wanna
not
wait
really
for a
anything
knife.
left for it. And it's a huge swing round in terms of finance as well. You can see Apex do want to double down. Olazera on the prowl again, the aggressive Sentinel. Trying to set up
Okay,
Penny for some
knife.
kind of a fight or vice
Close
versa.
or deep?
It's a 1-2
Ooh, okay,
punch.
Penny still
Looking
keeps
for a
everything.
duel, judging his hands, but it's Olazera with the first.
remaining.
Penny following up as Molesy digs the grave of Patty. The fellow countryman falling. And Kiko,
3 bullets.
little left to do against his former side. He's going to have to walk away from this. Head bowed
Damn,
low.
nice round from Penny here.
Nails the final
Hey,
shot
used a lot of ults, but they understood how important the round was.
Energy in the roster as well.
Actually not too
It
bad,
feels
man.
as if everything is maybe falling into place at the right time, but we won't get ahead of ourselves.
Batu, you just gotta
yet.
show me some confidence
This is a
here, man.
really nice round.
Just go for
I mean,
it.
A lot of ultimates invested, but Apex got what they wanted, right? They'll start to really build this lead on attack, on Ascent, which typically we see fall towards the defender side.
He's saying Eric, bro. He's saying, bro.
Keeping the vibes up is majorly important.
Yeah, I mean,
though, and
it was a
like
big
you
round. They
said,
forced him
while
down to an eco, 3 ults,
I might
but
be the only person this side of the stage with an Apex jersey on. Liquid have their support, and the Apex fans need to create that environment. for
something would have
themselves
gotten
in
out
server.
immediately. Not a chance,
Big
bro.
mid-duel.
That guy's
Penny wins it again
instantly
on
going for that
rails
kill,
right
dude.
now.
Penny is
Huge double up against this half
Back to back.
investment from Liquid, and Apex have
the
time,
crowns. 10 to
space.
3.
It's their choosing where they want to go.
I agree, right? They do have time and space, Apex, to go and do what they want, but that time and space will allow the rifles on the floor to get picked up, like Nats has just done through
Out of
mid.
his ult. Okay, yeah.
Now Team Liquid, they're starting to
Okay,
lean
picking the
heavier
right
towards
side.
The A side, and I'm wondering, is it going to be, hey guys, let's try and keep the rifles?
Liquid are actually a little bit in trouble.
3 versus 5. There is Cypher utility on the site.
Yeah, and Nats has now just got the notification.
Kiko at
that
least
it
has
is
to
the
save his
B-side
gun.
hit from Apex again. They've been moving steady through this left-hand side so far. Liquid made the gamble that if we were to have our site breached on A, we have half a chance to fight them with the guns. But because they've chosen the opposite side of the map, it is going to be the safe call with Patty sent to hunt.
Yeah, I mean, try and do as much damage as possible, but for the most part, you look at Apex finances, they're looking flush with cash, so maybe for them, that's an extra ultimate orb.
It's also Penny leading the way with opening picks yet again, because another thing that I noticed about him, from that speech, the iconic
Okay,
one
Patsy's the
now
only
that we
person
saw
that can
from
go
Nats,
for
that
this. And
with it being
Apex,
such a quick
a couple of
fix,
them
a
are about to
stand-in for
start
Toronto,
reaching max money.
the main
So
point being made to his
they
duelist
buy
at
pretty much for the
time
rest of
was,
this half.
Look, Penny, just keep doing your thing, play it loose, play
Yeah,
it
they
as
got the
you would
Yoru
want
on
to
defense
play.
for the fast
Whereas with
rotate as
Apex,
well.
He's being fixed
In a good
into
spot.
a much more pre-existing system, I suppose. Like, they've had time to actually work him into the side, whereas it had only been a week, if not a few days, when he arrived on the scene in Toronto. But it feels like we're kind of seeing them take it a step back here, and now Penny's actually being let off the leash to sort of play how he wants, especially with how he was taking those
10 to
mid-duels.
3.
Well, we're back to another important round, and in terms of
Yeah, it's the
discrepancies
first
in
time the
buys,
Liquid's had
we're looking
like
at 3
ult
light
advantages for a
shields
while.
for Team Liquid here,
Maybe,
which
yeah.
will obviously Apex going to be nowhere near it. And as you said, Penny, electric at the moment, 10 to 3. And if you look towards the map in terms of the
Timeout?
players
I mean, they
that
already
are
had a
gonna
timeout.
lead
Liquid timed
Apex
out here.
more heavily towards the A main, where we haven't really seen them start just yet.
Patty can immediately collate some information.
Good info.
3 players hit by the 0 point. Apex still looking fairly direct. The dash has been denied, no tailwind. Taken offline, and it's a big kill from Patty. Still has the null command up, of course, as well.
I just wonder if he was
And
going
that
to
just
check in the
becomes
back.
even more potent.
Dude, you see Nuts' face like, what
With
the
the
hell's
numbers,
going
if
on
they
here?
wanna pop
He checked his
before
camera and saw
retake,
no
we're
one
looking at
like
the
running, and
positioning
he was like,
of
what?
Nats on backside B
What's he even
in
trying
the
to do?
boathouse. You're playing to defend and flood here, really.
Yeah, Nats is calling for support. That's why Camo's coming over to try and help him if there is going to be a hit. But at the same time, there's a drone moving through mid to try and create more pressure on other parts of the
Yeah,
map.
it creates a little bit of pressure over towards middles, and Nuts is kind of isolated on the site.
They're still resolute in positioning.
They're trying to work out what Evova's doing. He's a little bit late for this one. It's a bold move from them.
Yeah, and Nats is under pressure. You can see the panic as he tries to get into the cages, playing through lane, but nobody else is here. Batu finally cleared by Nats, but Nats cleared
Did Kiko back a site though?
But look at Kiko, still holding on to
Used
backside,
Omen ult.
still
Oh,
denying
it's actually a good
Apex,
call for them to go
and
up short
this is
here.
a late play to get back towards A.
And I tell you what,
Damn, the calling's been nice. It worried, like first buy round worried me. This has been pretty good.
Spike at the base of generator.
And look at the
At that other round when they killed 2 on bottom middle,
still
pivot
have
to B.
moving into this post plan. Still got paranoia, still got a trap, and still got a cam.
But you have to again be thinking about Patty's null command. That can
Like
be
they took a
the
risk on this round with the
ever-equalizing
TP here,
factor
but
here.
worked well.
It's a retake in from short. You've got Kiko starting to gut out mid. Mulsi needs
And they
this
still have
dark
Omen
timing.
flash. I don't know what the comms have been for
Liquid,
util,
trying to
but
get a clearer idea of the
okay,
picture
well, it's actually pretty
with
big.
moving into this retake, and they are taking their time, waiting for utility to come online, and Apex just managing to sneak a couple in before the null command has hit the players. So it's all coming down to gunfights for Apex. And Trex up high. His package perfect.
Nice from Trex.
And Team Liquid's
that was nice from Trex,
is
man.
as well, as they'll immediately bounce back.
Yeah, those big from Patty and Trex is actually a great run from them. Dude, this wasn't too bad from Apex, man. The pivot at like, what, 28 seconds, 30 seconds? It's pretty good.
There was a good timing on the paranoia from Avova, and I think what they were looking for was to have the blind and then the dart so it couldn't be broken. But the retake from Liquid was excellent. Both of the initiators jumping up on the boxes on site, and then the smoke dropped in from Kiko to give maximum coverage.
Well, we're back to another rifle versus rifle round. Liquid managing to somewhat settle the economy on their team by keeping 3 alive.
And the rounds that Apex have
Okay,
found
TP
so
to
far
bottom
is
and
that
mid.
streak of 5.
Oh, they
So
have a
now
safe
met
for
with
TP.
resistance.
Okay, sure.
Here.
Are they able to give an immediate reply?
Dude,
Camo
wait, what did Liquid want to achieve here?
Paired at the hip, flashes
Is
available.
it Omen flashing to
drone
swing?
To counter.
Yeah, you know Camel was immediately calling for something to help out, but Apex went out in the duels, and Camel, with no way out, no dash, no possibility, I mean, has to try and shift walk his way out, and that's a dangerous game. Looks like it's going to be successful.
This one didn't make sense to
See,
me.
the supportive utility
Liquid.
from Penny is great. The smoke
This was pretty
to just
rough.
perhaps sell a player crossing towards short. That's what Liquid
1,
thinks
2,
might be
3.
happening right now.
I didn't see an Omen
I mean,
flash.
that's where Apex was.
Yeah,
We
the
peek out
Apex players
fast. We
look
peek
like
on
they
the
were gonna
corner
go
of the
for
smoke,
main,
so it
but
blinds us
they are
again.
regrouping to hit A, 4
I don't know if I
strong,
missed
and
a
it's the correct
recon. I must have
read
missed
yet again.
something,
The
surely.
calls have been really good.
They have.
And Naz is going
Okay,
to have
Naz
to
is gonna
hold
have to
this
do a
by
lot here.
himself. No way out, stuck behind
Where's his
Generator,
cages?
And well, did have
Got a
2
king
traps, that's
cage?
gone now. The cam takes
Okay, double
contact,
king cage.
and finally the call will be made for players to start to make their way over. That's still not found. Apex walking out slowly, hiding.
Damn, they
in
just
position,
walked the exact on
playing it
site.
perfect.
That was
The sprint
nice.
can go down. And well, that's Apex, 2 players to the good.
Planted.
How many times historically had we called Apex a
Pixel,
mini
thanks so much for the
fanatic?
tier
These
1.
late
Appreciate the 14
executions
months.
on
Thank you,
Ascent
thank you.
Are looking really nice. And
Yeah, one got tagged by the camera,
Liquid,
went back, and the other
it's
2
gotta
just
be
walked out.
frustrating. You could see the ideas in trying to set up the mid-duel.
I
Seen a
really
few
kind of
teams
hated
before
this from
try and
Liquid.
go for
Like,
that
normally if you're going to
collapse
do a
remote
pinch over
short
towards
and
here,
arch, but
more people are
there wasn't really a
involved.
second layer, it kind of fell flat.
But Trex
I
wasn't
think as well,
involved.
like, to bring it back to like historic
And it
Apex,
just feels
right,
really
what we
weak.
know they were good for, like way back in the day when me and you first got to see their journey
And then the
start,
guy
was
sat
that
on the
it
corner of the
was
smoke.
your Ascent, it was your fundamental
I don't know
heavy
about that
arms,
one.
and it's neat to
Genji,
see that
again,
kinda
thank you so
return
much.
in
2
the
days
way
in a
that they're
row.
playing, the way
Appreciate
they're
that. Thank you for the
defaulting,
10 gifted.
and just being
Yeah, you know what to do.
calm. And I think that's
Boiler
the
slug.
best way to describe them
You know I
right
got
now.
gifted at Genji FPS.
It's been a big talking point for the promoted sides in the last 24 hours. The experience gap between some of the younger players and the VCT level.
Boo, I mean,
Although
Boo, you're
don't
looking right,
think
dude.
That's entirely fair when you have
But Apex are
veterans
always
like
good on their map
Yeova
pick.
and Mulsi on either side of the coin in terms
I need
of
to see
their
this
own
on another
individual
map.
performance, but you need to be
Belly
able to
Cyan with the
close
Prime
out.
as well. Appreciate
That's gonna
that.
be
Thank
on
you
the
so
back
much.
of
Thank
their
you, thank
minds.
you.
After the KC game, it's another rifle round, another one with huge permutations. Liquid still do not have too much money beneath them. And Apex are grouped up. This is a 4-1.
Yeah. Doesn't hit the camera
Get
though.
rid of the cam. Apex just being direct, straight onto the side. That's as well and truly.
Ah, they're so
adjusted
wrecked,
for
dude.
what
They're
was
so wrecked.
happening
You guys are
before
gonna
in terms
cancel
of
this.
over
Surely.
straight onto site.
Big TP to back
Still
a site
a
again.
trophy
Wait,
happening
it feels
mid
like the
as
same
well
round.
between Ollie's
He's
era
gonna take this TP again, isn't he?
and Camel, but it's a stall out at the minute. Apex still trying to slow roll their way onto site, and it's not worked out for them at all.
Dude, if he
Team
takes that
Liquid
TP, he wins that
looking
round.
to deal
Spike
He has
down.
no
with
idea
the
that
newest
it's
promoted side
for
in
sure free, but
VCT. Ollie's era left to try and scramble something back. 50 seconds left.
okay. This
mate.
was
I
a
don't think
convincing
there's a
round
lot
though,
of
not
chance
stick
here.
great.
Yeah, I don't think Apex were going to get away with a quick B-pop after the amount of rounds where they have created pressure here and then feigned it a little bit, rotated off. So Liquid start strong side. Olizera gets one on the way out, but that's all. Gap closed down to 2. And like I said, you just got to have that anti-rush set up. Nats with the traps, really, really good, and he's like the most difficult player to dig out.
The Apex need to win more to stay in the league, or is this one enough? Nah, they gotta get at least 2. At least 2. They gotta either upset Liquid or upset Fnatic, and then beat, was it Koi?
Where the problems are. I mean, this guy has been around
You see how easy it is? Keep playing like this.
for the
Completely
longest
fine on the
time.
map.
And well, we'll go back to it.
Hunter's Fury up for Apex.
Or
in
just
this
beat
one.
Liquid and Fnatic.
Another
Okay, yeah, that's one way to do it
default
also.
round. They go back to what was working. It's mid and a fake TP for Batu opposite the arch. Again, the Cypher setup has changed. Deep trap market just past Pizza.
This default's not too bad. Chat, where did the recon go? Did the recon go here or did the recon go main? If the recon goes main, this is pretty nice. I think their protocol's gonna be better. It went wine. I'm surprised with the recon not hitting anyone, they still flashed. Unless I missed something.
You think of how KC were playing last week.
This is actually a nice
It feels
default
like
from
Liquid,
Apex.
maybe their game plan is to allow Apex to make the mistakes, but with Apex being allowed time to think, they're
Okay, close the door. Have a trip back.
As well there. Maybe some mental warfare.
To fake up short. I'm so worried every single time I see the spike here. How has he won that? How has Batty won that? Okay, they should know there's 3 over towards A though, so it's not too bad right now. Recon for Trex? Recon for Trex. Oops.
Finds Batu jumping the gun
Big
ahead
recon.
of the curve, and the recon is still
Great
there
recon.
to fall back on. Malzy's gotten past it, but Avova certainly hasn't.
The smoke didn't go far enough for Kiko, so it gave him an angle. Our Trex is so dead.
Range, but Malzy needs to hit that shot if Olizera can't do it for him.
The ball play from Olizera.
With the site fortified. Wow. He's not going to settle unless he has 3 kills. Still might not be enough. 2 on 2, and that's where
Nice
they
shot.
fall. Avova in a clutch. Astoria's
Damn, bro.
And the Dane has
Damn, dudes.
Advantage
So this is a lot of rounds on attack, man. It's a lot of rounds on attack.
Rolling back the years. Avova with a prime time clutch, and honestly, how they've moved through Ascent so far, Apex
possible,
are looking really good, and I really like that short play straight in towards the B pivot because of the space that Batu had got.
Feel good for Avova as well, the player who clutched it out on the exact same site to push them over the threshold against Pacific. Final round.
Dude, Liquid for sure need this round.
Liquid with another mixed investment. But I come back.
Okay,
to what we were
Trex
saying
rotates, he
before.
has ult.
This is not a guarantee. They didn't deal with Camo when he had that deep
Patty
line
solo
buggy
short
we
with a
made before.
KO.
This time it's the same close
Wow.
corner. Nats was playing Patty on short.
Kinda gotta get a few to make that wow. Dude, I haven't liked some of their original setups. I'm not gonna lie. Some of their original setups have not been great. The mid one didn't feel good. This one's way too risky.
We're gonna see that hit come through.
Especially when you have a Sova ult.
Pico,
I don't get it.
the one to stop them. A long-time servant of the side. And
Bruh, missed his
very
TP
nearly
and
gifted
still
one back
survived.
to Apex there. The TP just on the corner, but it will go
Big
to
ult.
post 5v5. Trex has the ult, but Patty's dead with his.
He is. Although the Hunter's Fury hasn't found what Team Liquid were looking for. Oh well, Kiko actually with a spam finding Batu will be excellent, and also a trap to secure this post plant.
It interrupted that plant as well, though. So Liquid are here and ready to
Damn,
fight.
bro.
Lots of damage on
Damn,
the
dude.
spam.
How much damage is this guy doing?
He's perfect. And there's more coming through.
Jesus.
Liquid. Yeah, I'm just taking so much damage trying to just get back into sight. And that's his on 50.
Jesus, bro did like 250 damage from under heaven. That's outrageous.
He'll put Apex up onto A turn of form from the transfer targets that are looking to give them a little bit of propulsion here. Liquid, lots of work to do to turn this one on its head, but it isn't out of their court just yet. We'll see if they can after this.
Crazy half, man. Crazy half from them, by the way. Eight 4 on attack, and they lost pistol, man. Did they uncover their permaban? Maybe, man. Yeah, it's like the first time, maybe even this year, where I haven't liked some of the original setups from Liquid. Normally I'm like always loving their setups, always loving their plans. This one, dude, I've never looked at like 2 setups from this team and been like, really? Echoes, hello mate. Hello. Wait, you won last night, right? I think. I'm pretty sure I saw that. Nice, dude. Congrats. Well, you guys are doing good, right? Hey, you at least make playoffs, surely.
Saw there in the picture-in-picture, Nats giving yet another speech at the halftime. We'll have to see if it turns into an iconic one or not. 8-4 isn't the biggest deficit that they've had to come back from at a half, Cairo.
It certainly isn't, and this is extremely important. Everybody getting to chime in. Danny being the head for Apex was, interestingly enough, it's Nats who's given the hype.
Okay, Liquid need another pistol. How many sheriffs did they get this time? They went from 4 sheriffs. Come on, man. Went from 4 sheriffs to 5 to 4 ghosts, and then Apex by this time 3 sheriffs. I guess everyone just drills out towards middle with these.
Looking good so far. His drone checks Batu, and Liquid very quickly look to increase the speed of this B push.
That they do. Ollie said, wow.
Ah, that was lovely to watch, man. That was lovely to watch.
Of an equalizer, but it's not completely equal as Liquid are 1 player to the good, and Apex taking their time to come back in.
Dude, with the trip as well.
From CT breaks the trap, but the position of Nats here is
They somehow got to clear
If
Nats.
they fail to clear him, it's a huge contact point.
100%, and I mean the delay from Liquid again. We speak of utility and how good it's
Oops.
been, although
Yeah, you double hold with guns out. Someone got the util out.
the concentration, and well, Team Liquid are dismantling Apex now. Although a 1 versus 2.
Yeah, very nice on this one. Did worry me a little bit when Pat got his knife out.
Another pistol round to Team Liquid.
Okay, they only pick up 1 sheriff. Dude, double pistol by the way, 2-0.
Stat coming into the round as well about both Camo and Olazera on GTZ. Fuck yeah. Gotta, of course,
That's a great round from Camo though. They made this so easy.
Liquid side, so there is plenty of history between both of these teams. In terms of the pistol though, it's just very
Have
straightforward.
Apex played Corrode? Yeah, they did. But was that the map they had Batu on Sova, right?
Into these mains, into the extremities,
I think.
and give info to Apex so they can afford heavier rotations.
I remember last time when the anti-eco came through when Apex were on the attack, there was only,
Yeah,
what,
I
2 picks,
can't imagine we see that again from Apex. If they're playing double duelists here, they might be forcing it on most maps.
Right now. Is Apex
Whoa.
trying to find him, identifying this is a potential pickup.
Yeah, I mean we spot numbers. Trex,
Camel
mate,
find the
mate,
A-site
get
south
that
of
spike
Angler.
over to the
Is they're trying
site.
to get the spike, Team Liquid onto site to get that planted.
Spike planted.
Very nasty position to try and root out here. Finds yet another kill. Just adding to his KD. Halsey's trying to chip one away. Nico having the best KD differential, a 1.75 coming into this week in EMEA. And that's a 23% increase on second, which is Durka. So
I mean they got some
just so,
got some potential
so
to hunt.
rigid. The stalwart at times, and here it's a very simple pickup for Liquid.
It is. And the last remaining players of Apex want to deny ultimate orbs. I mean, you think to how many times we saw Trex actually able to get the Hunter's
Yeah,
Fury up.
that's a good way of doing it.
Half.
Don't give him too much.
Yeah.
Vov is like the closest away from his ult.
Ultimate orbs it is, that's impressive.
Every single one of them.
What do you think about Corrode so far in pro play? I mean it's a sick map to be honest, man.
Well,
I think we fully haven't explored Odin yet, and it will get a little bit annoying once we go down that route. But I think it's a good map.
Just sort of flicking through the captains and the coaches there. I was wondering if there's anything to pick up on. You can never be too sure after seeing that spider land on Rians the other week. I'm constantly
Where can you see the Odin strats? You're asking for a free plug here, Mini? Coach Potato. Wait, did we release it, Mini? Are we trying to advertise something that isn't released?
Of course it, no! Avova trading out in effect and getting away
We haven't released it yet. Well, if you want to watch some of the Odin spams, you're going to have to wait, apparently. 100 Thieves have got a few. If you want something for free.
Penny, though, will just be allowed to escape out the corner. But look at Nats's position.
It's the solo player short, though, and with
Big
only a pistol, it's so much control removed from the Liquid hands with Avova finding that one. The remaining three sat behind the smoke, but that's where Kiko looks to make the difference. Flashed onto the angle by Patty. Olizera playing anti. Quick trade out of the numbers, and Trek's last left. His clutches on Ascent have been
I was gonna say, man, a little bit of composure there. He might be on for something.
Listen, that was Team Liquid's bonus.
They did okay
That's the
damage.
one thing, not to get too excited for Apex just yet, but they are knocking on the door of double digits.
And a point that I want to hit here is that we have to see Batu get a little bit more value from this aggression. I think the trades have been decent as long as there's a player with him. And as long as he can keep the vibes
He
up,
added the
something
extra
else
bounce
which
onto it. That was kind of sick.
was required of him. Then it's going to be huge for
Okay,
their
big round.
chances. 3
Nats
rounds to gap.
is trying to
First
capitalize
rifle
off of the
between two
low
teams. And
money,
Liquid looking for another
and
A-pop.
not sure he's fully got it right.
Nothing in terms of picks straight away.
Only 2 people that he can one-shot.
Nothing in terms of engagements. Look at how Penny is thinking about looking to hold on through short. Remember, Nats last time played through this position. This is just a little bit of information extra that Apex will be looking
So
to
A main
with.
default.
And the difference in this round compared to last is the fact that Nats has support through Trex.
Yeah, he was solo at the start of the round, but Trex has now arrived.
Wow, he picked that up
And
like
between
just
two of
as
them
the
should
shock
be
was
the
coming
drone
in. That was pretty cool.
investment for V-main, and that's what we're going to
Drone
get.
goes in. Would say that
Outlaw
Trex
in
picking up
his
this orb could be
hands.
pretty nice.
I wonder if Team Liquid
I would
have
imagine
posted
that he
3
wants to get
players
out
up
of there,
in
but
main, just aiming
he might
to be
actually
specific.
have changed the
Just
round.
in case there's going to be a reclear, but instead Apex reclear.
2 pass from
through mid.
reclear.
This is where the outlaw is, and it's going to get the first
You got
pick
good
once
info.
again
If someone's
onto
doing that, they're not
Batu.
doing it alone.
But very quickly, Penny
Might even think they're
refilling that
bottom mid,
space
to be
back
honest.
towards mid, trying to fight Nats Khan onto the site. Camo taking down Avova as the sole site anchor. The rest playing off. And without the mid control, this is hugely problematic.
The big kill from
Olizera
Trex.
even jumping the gun and losing his life.
2 versus 5.
Yeah, they got to go save.
Apex, they have a little bit of cash, but I mean, actually catching all
was a nice round from Liquid.
This will be a complete save, but Nats
Maybe
will be
Apex
hearing
might do
these
an early
footsteps and looking
timeout.
to call for a hunt.
He will be hunting through spawn very quickly, and it's actually
Dude, this gun
Martin
shoots
where he
way
goes
too fast,
instead
man.
with the Outlaw. Trying to remove these last few weapons as Apex will be on an eco in the next. As good as Penny's been, Camo
Well,
has him beat.
that's
It's an
very
in-zone
rough for them.
force, the
1,
first
2,
we've seen on
2,
the
4.
opening
Sure.
map, and Liquid
3,500
the
is
ones
on.
to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, Nats very well called in terms of like keeping those players in A main. I mean, it's a simple
Batu?
round, but sometimes
I mean,
simple is
he's
best.
gotta
And as
he's
much
gotta
as I
get an
hate
op
to
out
say
in my
it,
opinion.
Also, Batu getting caught out again in another opening duel.
Does anyone save him enough money to op?
3-15 as it
Yes,
stands.
but does that mean that Penny's gonna op?
If he can have a turn of form, that might be just enough to get Apex over the line, but the gap is tightening, and Liquid are in a very strong position now.
Yeah, with that swing round going Liquid's way, it's going to get worrying. But this is what Apex do when they start to go on the lesser buys. Be aggressive, and they're pushing the extremities right now. Giving up towards mid.
Dude, that was fast from Nats. Trip gets broken into Dinks one.
Well, Camo will tax Batu once again an entry pick. It's not looking great for him. And this side
That was
is not
nice.
gonna
Oh, yeah,
look
that
great
was nice,
either.
though, that was
This
nice.
Team Liquid route it out.
It's brilliant entry work from Camo too, to dash across into his own smoke. Something very simple, I think, for a lot of players who are at a high level, but for those who don't know, you can just use it to collect information as you're flying across the screen. He has the safety of the smoke, and then they can just double swing it together, and it's really, really effective.
Players remaining for Apex will be caught out by Patitech.
Yeah, I'll take those.
Okay,
this is the big round. And that's a lot of ults.
Have to make a save for quite a while now, unless Apex can really start swinging them together.
Yeah, the economy obviously helping Liquid here, being able to close the gap, and well,
There it is.
for the first time, we are going to get Apex timing out after that Liquid back-to-back flawless rounds.
Like I said, look, for all the Jets in my rank games, that's how you enter the site, okay? Make sure there isn't a Cypher wire down when you do it, but nicely done. It's the Apex timeout.
Is Ascent meta comp still the best comp? What do you mean, this?
Nothing that you can really build around.
I would argue if your KO is not great, then this comp's better.
Maybe there is a possibility to start a little bit stronger on one side.
This is probably the only map that I would allow most people to play a KO on.
That's where the hits are coming in, but with an IGL as good as Nats on
I think there's better comps than this, personally.
Who also has only just picked up the mantle this year. You look on the flip side, Mulsi only just became an IGL.
This is one of those maps that if you actually have like a legit KO, you can kind of just carry a little bit.
From a year in challenges.
Yeah, and I think this
Sunset KO, I don't like a sunset
obviously
KO.
Been the real test of metal. Looked great last year, being able
There's
to
way
go
better
up against
options.
what is a lot of people making their debut on IGL. This year, you're going up against the true tried and tested.
An Icebox KO,
We'll
that's
see the
really crap.
results and how they've gone.
We're really delving at the bottom of the worst one so far.
Rifle speaking in favor of Apex, but like I said to you the other day,
Spots
feels
with the
like whenever
Prime,
we
thank
have
you
that
so much,
stat,
dude. I appreciate that.
which
Thank you,
doesn't
thank you.
serve the team well. Liquid leading in a lot of important stat lines themselves, which we can get to in due course. But right now it's Penny's op timing, which just doesn't land.
This is the first op in this entire map so far, which is most interesting.
Okay, just straight up set strat.
It's
2
just
kill
a
trips
base
here though.
change from
They know they're up
Liquid,
against the ult,
and
so
ultimates invested
no
from
one to
them.
get
That's
kills
two
off of the trip on
from
short.
both initiators. And in terms of value,
4 passing
someone
here
who
for the
got a lot,
fast
because
flood.
all
Does
these
he get his
errors
omen
kept
flash
him
back in
spawned,
time?
and all those traps are still online.
Yes, he does, but
Over playing
does he
around,
ever feel
Smoke
comfy
set up.
to
No
use
one's
it?
Looking, he should have had 2, but it's Batu that'll find it instead. Mulsi as well.
This
and
is a
Nats
nice
last
reaction
left.
from Apex, man. They were fast on
Apex
this.
so quick to respond to that A pressure and have numbers
They
stationed
really
there
thought he
ready
wasn't going to be on
fight.
site here.
With the final position revealed, it's Penny on the line. Nats walking into trouble. Moment of time, moment of silence.
The smoke on site? Yeah, the smoke on
As
site was
Apex
big.
Get double digits.
And that's the big thing. Not only that, Batu being able to go and pick up the ultimate orb in the meantime, that's going to bring up the dimensional drift. And this is a really nice round, just from
Oh yeah, nice shots.
thinking about how they wanted to set up the round. The fact that all these errors stayed so far away to keep the Cypher traps online, as well as the positioning of the players and how far back they were.
For Liquid, they need to find a way to create consistent success to move the needle. It's an attack side op from Camo.
Okay, dude, they should have seen from his pathing. I was going to say, I wonder how on it Nuts was there. You could see from his pathing that he wanted to do this line, and every time you want to do that, you always have people bottom and middle to spot this. I was going to say, I wonder how on it they are, that there's people bottom and mid here.
As a pack of Team Liquid players are moving through B main.
Penny once again ready to receive Liquid. An interesting one against his
How big is
former
this
team.
round?
Liquid lost against Kamik
I mean, relatively big because
because
it's
and in
8-10, but at the same time, everyone can buy next.
4-2 against their former players. 2 of those against Sulcus's Koi. Hoping that it's not going to be another one
Is
here.
Penny a better op
As
than
Penny's moved
Batu?
even closer towards
I would say they're
B8
pretty
now.
even.
And
Again,
he is the player
I haven't
of
watched
highlight
enough
in
of
this
Batu
round.
to 100% know.
Because you look on the
But I
Liquid
would say
side,
that
I mean,
Penny's
Trix is elsewhere,
rifling's a
that's
lot
the
better
dart.
than
How are you
Batu,
gonna
so I
clear
would
it?
probably
It's the
lean this
market
that
pressure.
way.
Yeah, well, Camo, he was going to go for the knives, but instead it looked to go for an op instead. Still making up their mind here, but Liquid finally commit all the utility. Penny still not cleared, but the op not hitting. And it's most important, the flashes, looked as if it was going to set up Penny for perfection, but he's only able to get one, and clearing all corners for Team Liquid.
No
but
way.
a bit too aggressive
I
with
was going to
his
say there's
TP.
no way.
Will leave all his error
Dude, this is a late Omen ult, no?
to come back into.
It doesn't seem to think it feasible for all of the times he pulled it off for Koi Phoenix. It's just a very quick realization as Apex are grounded here by Liquid in the next. Such a diligent clear from Camo. I'm not sure if he had the info from Trex there.
Can you explain to me why KO is a bad pick on Icebox? Because the knife never
from
clears
Apex
anything.
Balls.
Like what do you? Why do you want to play the KO on
It's
Icebox?
just on the right side
The
of
only
the
thing
door.
it's kind of good for these days is flashing
But
through the
with that
wall.
being said, yeah, all
That's
he's
like
had
the
is such
only
a
thing that I would say it's good for. Re-clearing over
in
towards
terms
A,
of
everyone
tier
plays
2, never
anti-flash.
really, I think,
The knife never
gifted
re-clears
one of
anywhere, so
the
you throw it and
super
you just don't get
rosters
any
that we've
info.
seen, be built
It doesn't help
down
you
in the
plant too
second
much.
tier of competition.
Yeah.
It's just
But
not a good.
always
It's just
looked
not
like
good.
one of the best on like your next.
The knife
your
over towards
APK
yellow, that's probably the
rosters,
best knife on attack.
whatever,
Yeah.
he
But
found
it
himself
can always
on.
get
But
shot.
that was always one thing about challengers and those two leagues when we had them the last couple of years. Yeah, slight mistrap, but it's all good. Devious laugh.
The knife,
there from
but
him.
the problem with the knife at yellow is a lot of
Ascent's
times
gonna
you
do
want to
the
get
right
hit
play
by
this
it
time.
as well.
Let's see
Like
what he can
getting
do.
hit
If that
by the knife over
ready-made
towards
VCT
yellow means they're gonna
player,
use a
as he
lot
was
more
called by his
util.
former teammates,
So
has what it
even then,
takes
sometimes it just
to
doesn't
step up to the plate
do what you want it to do.
and hit Liquid for 6 as 4 of those players are grouped up and ready
And
to
it's just
go.
like anything that
the
you
one
lose
thing
on
that's worrying
Icebox
here
for a
is if
KO,
we see,
like there's just
KO
better
knife hit
agents.
Olizera,
Or
this
you're gonna
instinct
use
is
it
all gonna
instead
go
of a
down.
Sage. It's not even
Ever
close
seen a
to
player
being a
pull out their
good
phone in the middle
matchup.
of a
Sage is way
visual
better.
film? You're gonna get
on
games
the
on
map.
phone?
Flappy Bird, mate.
That's a throwback.
See Liquid slowly making their way through the channel. To short, Trex with the drone, going through the gears. It's Camo he's trying to set up here, and Avova does not go cleared in the corner, but they have to be aware of this potential.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, the cam's just
That's
seen the
such an
barrel,
important
sets up
duel.
over,
That's such an
that's all,
important
and,
duel.
like,
That's pretty much the
knife
round.
hasn't hit, so all of this
Yeah,
utility
Omen flash
is gonna
back.
stay up, but they know
Over
exactly where
towards
the
short.
Cypher is sitting, and should know where the Omen is as well.
And he still has his
Damn,
paranoia
bro.
to play with, and all the Cypher util.
Yeah, and it's looking
And this
brilliant
Patsy's got a
so far
madness
as
in him.
Apex still keep themselves an advantage and know where Nats has managed to move to. The flash doesn't hit, Nats rifle does. We're still within one between two. An information
double
gain
info.
for the attack, and well, for defense as well, through the dimensional time, and that's what's getting low.
Still no plant.
No, can't quite get it.
I mean, where are they
Kenny
meant to
gets the
plant?
spike on the ground, and the players just need to run for the hills. And Apex
I
will
see
go
them.
to 11. A big round
Dude,
for
this whole
them
round is that
as
first
they get
kill.
within
I'm not even
touching
joking.
distance of Matt Point.
Between Avova and Olizera, who Apex were joking is, you know, Avova with glasses and Avova without glasses, holding down the site brilliantly. That's something that I questioned with Avova in previous weeks, as he has had a very difficult season so far this year. Is you know, his utility usage and timings. A lot of you know, rounds against Casey, he was getting caught out with a smoke or a
They're
paranoia.
good. They still got
Here
money.
he has the cam from Olizera to set
They still
him
got
up,
money, but
and it just looked really good.
this is the big one. Who picked
Well,
Ascent?
we're gonna get Lohan back on the
Apex
mic
did.
for Team Liquid. It's always between him and Nats about what's going on. Nats being that leadership, but it's Lohan probably speaking about how to move through the map, because we've been seeing it a lot. Liquid playing.
I think a
with
good KO buff,
walls,
but
that
KO doesn't need a
silence,
buff.
silence that you were speaking about in other casts.
That's
as
the thing.
well,
It doesn't need a
and how
buff.
they,
It's just
they
that
go
there's
and
better
hit their
agents
sights,
at the
right?
moment. This is still a fine map
Yeah,
for him.
looking like
Like
Danny's
he's in a
message
good
is quite
spot.
clear,
You can
one
make it
of
work if you have cool
confidence,
stuff. If you have
composure.
a KO that's very good on
Feels like
certain
just
maps, it's fine.
making it up as I go along, but you can sort of infer it as much from the body language. And on the other side, Liquid looking a little bit shaken. Ascent as a map is always one which they've been really good on throughout their history. 69% win rate with every version of the team that we've ever seen. It was the double Sentinel that looked good. This is the slight change for them with Trex back in the team. It's not like he's been the problem. In fact, everyone is fragging fairly equally. Huge round coming
Okay,
up.
Batu now.
Bringing out the op for the first time.
Wait, but I did last
It
round.
was Penny who was using it last. That knife, it's going to get big
Yeah, that's good
information
info.
in terms of knowing where the Euro and the Omen are, but they don't know that the Jet is
Your
also
TP
there.
for back of sight.
He
Wait,
does have
that's
his
nice.
TP. Oh, he did have his TP for Boathouse. And it's gone.
Yeah, he fakes it.
So Apex are going to be a little careful.
Did he fake it, or did it literally only last for 20 seconds because he does it so far back? Must be that. Only for fast round.
Trying to take a time, and the cage was good.
Damn, Camo.
Walks into Camo's smoke, into his domain, and that's
Oh god, they're so out of position, Apex, man. I think they gotta save. You guys, you gotta save. You have to save. It's so close, you're so fine, you gotta save.
Retake, but you can see Avova starting to make
They messed up a
his way
little
through
bit.
mid. If they can take main control and remove Nats from position, that might just be exactly what they need.
But time starts to become of the essence. The sixth man for Liquid, and that's being in main.
Oh, is Batu going to join up with him, or is he saving the op? What exactly? They're playing for
Oh, they
exits.
gotta save.
They're playing
There's no way.
for exits. Avova
They come with us.
sat at the ticket booth. Liquid looking to punch theirs for playoffs and
Camo
moving to double
did it.
digits themselves.
Crazy how many of these rounds have come down to like the first duel.
I mean,
Well,
when you
it's not
look
too
at
crazy,
what
but
is left in the back pockets of Liquid,
couple of
this
rounds
will
in a
be
row.
good damage, but it's an interesting choice.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be huge too, because it's the contact from that op on Catwalk with the paranoia.
Oh, the op has missed the first one. Avova hasn't missed his first target. It's the Apex tried to do damage.
Yeah,
but
he wanted to
ends
get
up
one,
being-
but he didn't want to stick
That's
around.
what's
Hey, they got an
happening
extra bit of
here.
damage. Might actually matter.
Thanos
Depends on the next round.
Hello?
They're gone. Reduced to atoms.
Too busy playing games.
A lot of
On their
damage.
phone.
Yeah, it's big damage.
But in terms of money, it's all right, because you had those back-to-back flawlesses towards the start of the half. The money hasn't really been an issue for Liquid,
But it could be.
but it could.
It could. It can.
It can indeed. It's the null command that we've got here as well from Patton. So heading into the next gun round, we've seen a bit of a checkerboard exchange between the two as Apex are on 11.
Okay, Liquid just go for the fast set strat. Dude, look at the mini-map.
Cypher setup was A.
Can't be any better for them.
Towards B. They get a free pass.
Yeah.
Dude,
oh,
where are my
nice
smokes?
Oh, he's still standing.
Yeah, I mean, Nats has been able to bring Patty up.
Wait,
Ollie
what?
Zera
Why are
knocks
they this
Trix
late?
down instead. Okay, Spike goes down, and Neural Theft invested as well. This is doable for Apex.
Liquid going on the offensive, and Olazera's number is up. Camo
Big flash. That was a big flash right there.
Penny at the door. 4v3, man advantage. Apex still have rifles beneath them. Do you save again, or do they really want this?
Well, it seems as if they do. They're still playing with the idea as the players try to get in. It's Nats who's next in the kill feed, as well as Kiko and Avova now.
Dude,
needs to
Camo,
blow
man.
the white
Big
tail.
round
But
again.
will he be even allowed the chance as the hunt is on? The players want that last rifle, and they're hot on the heels of Avova.
I mean, Avova can go anywhere he wants with the ult to just try and save the gun, because there's barely any money for Apex here.
Big Joe coming up.
That becomes such an issue now. We didn't address it too
Whoa.
heavily. Looks like he's going to get
Fast
away with
replay,
it
dude.
here. But they went all in on Guardians, a Judge.
But the thing for me though, it's the call from Liquid. They know that they have the null command.
Ah, bro,
Last time that
the flash
happened,
absolutely
Ollie
wrecked
Zera
both
set
of them.
up on A and then play towards B. So like, listen guys, let's just hit B.
Just flip it around.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what
Bro,
happened.
look
in
at
a
their
reverse.
money.
Back it up too.
Another timeout. Back it up, Danny. What do we got? What has he got to say?
I mean, that's the question. There's not going to be too much coming into this round. I mean, essentially, Apex have a choice, right? Do we send it in this round and play for the win, or do we
Feel
wait
bad
for
for
the next round
Apex,
and play
man.
for OT?
It feels like all of the Ascension teams in the
They
EMEA
have the tools. They have the
are
tools.
just like, they're just going for the
Blades,
most
Hunter's
devastating
Fury,
runs
TP.
possible.
Liquid on the other side, Camo one off, but feel surplus to requirements. You can even see
Get far.
Nats with the
Get
outlaw.
far, right? Is that
He's
how I
getting
say
ready
that?
to punish.
Gentlemetes will win.
From
Gentlemetes
much
will
more
win
broader
2025 champs if
perspective,
they
the
can
reason
close
why the
out the
Liquid attack
13th
side is
round.
working
That's
comes back
crazy
to a
behavior.
conversation that Nats was having on the desk the other day, was that they've got so many vocal pieces in the mid round. Sometimes he's micromanaging, sometimes he doesn't need to say a word because everyone can contribute. And looking here, the win rate, it backs it up. 4v5s, if you can still create plans and find value, it's a very promising one to hold on to.
I mean, there is 4 players within
Said Nats will never miss an opportunity. Can one-shot everyone apart from Penny. Penny buys heavy armor because of knives. And Apex go for something a little different. They dodge the knife, but I mean, we're hearing this. They at least know 2. They at least know 3. No. This is nice. They go something. They go someone aggro as well, so the Yoru can go back up the other side. This is pretty good.
Fighting back in without May.
Liquid don't actually have that much.
Mulsi gets a double tag with the drone, and nearly
that was so close.
Didn't
have that much space.
As well.
I mean, only one player tagged up and taking real damage there. So, should that be kept into the next round? I don't know.
It's also 2 ultimates now on the eco. Apex pulling the plug on themselves in terms of what they are willing to bring to the table against Liquid. Penny has been revealed, but the Bucky hasn't.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know about what weapon he has in hands. He takes his chance.
No way, dude.
Like
keep an eye on the time pressure on short. Question mark created. Rotate goes in. That's a big kill. Still double trip over towards site. Omen ult goes back to site, and the Yoru. Yeah, I mean, Batu's got to go crazy big here with the Sheriff. Omen ult goes in as well.
Batu catches Kiko off guard, and Oliver backs it. He's not been caught, and Batu takes a chance. There's no way.
Oh my!
Comes down like this. No way, Team Liquid.
Damn.
Get caught.
Damn, bro. He actually did it, man. He actually did it. The Omen ult back aside really distracted, so that Omen flash didn't get him.
Finally reached the heights. The Sheriff is sublime, and with a supportive flash.
Great flash, man. Yeah, great flash for his teammate to peek as well as him.
Until the job is done. You can see what it means. Bro, this isn't a group game. You're the fucking. This is everything.
I feel like they muted the wrong part there.
Oh, dearie me. Listen, there's plenty more to come.
There just might be.
Yeah.
Okay, one last go for Apex.
This site as well. There's no utility.
That meat's got me, man. Okay, one away for server ults. They go B main server ult, but no one else is. They kind of just got to force it. It's a late server ult. Camera went early. I don't know which way. Whoa!
Plucked out of the sky by Trex. The ult gets so much
Bro, look,
value, but
it looked like it was nowhere near him.
to be rooted. And finally dug up by none other than Kiko. 3-on-3. It's overtime or bust for Liquid on the B site.
And there's absolutely no
DPI switch, it felt like it, man. That was a nuts one.
And there's Kiko.
He fell into it a little bit. I agree, but at the same time, it felt like it jumped pretty heavy.
Vova has all the utils to just bridge that gap from the spawn side, but Patatek's there to greet. And it looks like we might need an extension.
Damn, nice shot. Got a nice round from Trex.
Trex ends it. Overtime required.
All 24 rounds of regulation.
I gotta see that ult from his POV.
On map number 1. And every time you get a little bit excited about Apex, Team Liquid are right there to pull the players back
I
down
went
to
back
earth.
into it.
That's why everyone's been saying Team Liquid are champions contenders, never mind just EMEA.
Yeah. But that also comes through building out their map pool, showing that this Ascent can be better, and it will take time for them to get it up to scratch the level that they want it. We spoke a little bit about the veto. We've got Corrode coming up next, and for Apex, they've pushed every series so far to 3 maps, but closing it has been a difficulty. They've already lost a couple of maps
recon from here now. I like this.
But yet to play an overtime
over
in
towards
this
Wine.
stage. They started on the attack.
Doesn't clear close. That's about it.
Folks need to remember that it was the attack that was the better of the two sides for both people.
Fake on short to insta hit over towards it. I mean, Liquid's have the setup for this.
After faking the A pressure, and Batu has his entry.
Yeah, Camo trying to be a player on an aggressive line. Remember, there's still 2 more players. They can try and get the trades, and they go one better. They get the advantage. Trying to pivot through A, make a quick response, but this is Nats' side.
The big play from Nats.
He wants to be going into his lair as he spins the wedge.
Oh my god.
But brings it back. All he's there.
Big shock.
2-on-2.
Well, it's going to be a quick swing out, 1 versus 1.
Oh
against
my
Mark
goodness,
two.
this round is so
Maximo
stacked,
win
dude. There was so much going on.
And it felt
I'm
far
surprised
too
Apex
close
actually got this one
for the
close, to be honest with you.
situation.
Nats giving us a champagne performance on
Yeah,
the
and Nats
Cypher,
delayed
opening
for
cage
so
after
long.
cage. We saw the initial aggression. Mulsi, unfortunate not
It's a
to
great
land
round
any
from
shots
Patty.
there, really. He had to cover Penny's
Nice
back.
shock from Trex as well to do damage at the
Lazera
end.
doing great work to keep it close, keep it competitive, but not quite enough right at the death.
One enemy remaining.
And with that, we will head into another timeout.
Patty.
This time called by Apex.
I feel like, you know, we've gone through all of the timeouts in regulation. Liquid
Yeah.
used both, Apex used both. They've got another one in OT here.
Alizera, yeah, he made it a
Do you know what
double
it feels
round.
like? You know,
He really
the
did.
little meme where it's like the formations moving back and forth. Last week was like the,
These
the baby
these
version
Ascension
where they're,
teams
like,
are
hitting each other with whatever it was.
really
hammers,
making their all
hammers.
owners just
And
go
then this
through
week
it.
It's like the formations moving,
Okay,
like
yeah,
really
yeah.
tactical between the two teams.
Apex had always been a very fundamental side, 4-4-2
Yeah.
for the football fans. And in terms of how they play, yeah, it does look like the tried and tested. They weren't always ones to innovate with composition. I think Desmo, the current Leviathan head coach, was a key component in helping cook up a lot of how they were playing. Saw Ito go off as well. So it's pretty much just been Danny. And obviously Odorous there as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
right?
of
Sorry to
course.
disrespect him like that. Try and bring something to the table here.
Gentlemen and
Jet
Apex
Euro
both get relegated.
continuing
Do you
to
think some of their
find
players get picked up?
success.
Oh, for sure.
But
Like, comeback will
maybe not to
100% be
be
in
for
franchising
Apex.
next year.
Most interestingly is we're getting an attack side Odin. It feels like a
Honestly,
long,
you might see
a
all
long
of
time
Gentleman's
away that we
players
saw this on the attack
just in
side.
different iterations of
Especially
teams.
we know how old Apex used to be.
Can't
or
imagine
Ascent,
Mini
used to
not
be
getting picked
in
up.
terms of how people thin it
Frag's
was.
too heavy for an
Oh,
IGL.
Suez. Still not hitting though, and that's the most important part. Apex still stand 3 strong on the site.
They're at a bit of a stalemate as the Cypher setup guards the movement to market. Recon still not scanning camo.
So,
this is really
one.
bad. He's the only player detached from the
Damn,
rest right
dude.
now. I mean, Trex is trying to bail him out.
Big Jaw.
Nats has
Yeah,
advanced on
Nats
A,
took a
and
lot of
that's the
space with this one. Nats
And
might
that's
have
the
won this
insert
round.
that Team Liquid will look
Also
to
creates a
use
lot
to
of
get
pressure
onto
as
the
well,
A
so they
side. The
can
only
just
thing
kind of
is
walk over
once
towards
again,
site. He gets a
you
camera
look
to
at
clear
Apex, they're
side as
very
well.
quick on the
Checks it
site,
again,
and
knows
it's
the
back to
ones here.
up
Big
against
swing.
2 players.
Dude, so
Away
many
from
people
the
here for
whole
Apex.
corner,
Big
under
Jules coming
help.
in.
There is a player above him to help out. But realistically, no engagement's coming. Finally, it does. Penny's the one that gets the kill, but Patrick
Wow,
still
Kiko,
not
man.
cleared
Kiko
down.
and Nats
But
last round's
Apex
been...
are on their own
I don't want to say
map,
quiet for them
finally
because they've still been
Team
fragging
Liquid
out, but that was
win
like
it
the big
out.
impact from them.
Difficulty there for
Devastating for
Liquid,
Apex again.
Made to sweat by the noisy neighbours in the
But,
office, but silenced in the end. The
yeah, man's
opportunity
close.
not made the
It's a
most
close
of
one.
for Apex on their pick of Ascent.